Every game has a GOAT.
His 14th kill in 7 rounds. If he can just kill ZywOo, a battle of the and he does it every time.
But sometimes there are generational players who go unnoticed. Phenoms who quietly build a legacy in the shadows of their peers.
He's gonna try and take matters into his own hands. Couldn't find the second shot fast enough, but Jax, he drops in. Oh, talk about a custodian. Talk about a superstar. Talk about the elite.
Ropz has always been an outstanding CSGO player, but the spotlight usually remained locked on monsters like Simple or even Ropz's own teammates, Twistzz and karrigan.
All I wanted in my life wanted to make history, that an international team won a major, and we f***ing did it in here!
But with the arrival of CS2, it was finally Ropz's time to step up and claim his rightful place as the game's first god.
Yeah, Ropz, the unknown entity. Will they clear him? Tracks them. Oh, the trigger discipline! 2 clicks, and the pistol is theirs! Now Ropz has got 4 players on his agenda. Beautiful from Ropz. Give him the ace. This has to be perfect from Ropz and karrigan. Oh, a 6th is coming. Look at that. That's a lockdown. Spray down. Ropz with 3.
You can see him on the mic there, arming furiously towards Brokey. Gonna stand up. Oh my god, Ropz, what have you done?
Okay, so before we get to Ropz, just a reminder to please like the video, sub to the channel, and ring that notification bell. We are grinding our way to 3 million subs, so your support is greatly appreciated. Also, check out our new merch over at shop.thescore.com. Drop 2 wouldn't be possible without all the love Drop 1 got, so go buy something and we can make more new cool stuff for you in the future. Now, let's talk about Mr. Cool. Over the years, CSGO produced dozens of amazing players. Simple, ZywOo, Nico, and many, many more. But among that exalted company, one name never quite seemed to get the recognition it deserved. Ropz.
And that one should be cooked, should be. Oh my god, Ropz has got 1 HP, but I'm still.
There's a kid at pit.
But there's no time for this. There's no health. There's no hope. Oh, come on.
Don't you dare.
Ropz. Oh! There's a kit. There's a kit. Ropz has done it. He's insane. He's inhuman. He is not real.
Insane.
It's supposed to be impossible.
Have you seen anything like it?
Now, this is not to suggest that anyone thought that Ropz was not a fantastic player or that his potential never got realized or anything like that. No, the guy was winning, and winning a lot. It's just that unlike many of his contemporaries, or even his own teammates, Ropz wasn't really a big, flashy personality.
Overall, I'm really calm. I only focus on the game. Like, I never rage. I don't think I've never even raged in the stream. And, like, yeah, it just doesn't happen for me.
After making the switch from Mouse to Phase, Ropz was constantly surrounded by players who were, in many ways, remarkable. His IGL, for instance, karrigan, became the oldest player to win a major when Phase took home the PGL Antwerp trophy in 2022.
I joined with Ropz in mouse sports, and I started to believe that I could come back and be the best in-game leader, and now have the best team in the world to do this. So yeah, always keep believing and dreaming.
I love it. karrigan, Phase, congratulations.
Ropz's partner in crime, Twistzz, won not 1, but 2 Intel Grand Slams.
Twistzz, talk about his impact. This will be some time to find out the rat in the hole.
Do you consider that?
He did look. He sees him, and he slaps him down. Back of the skull. Twistzz looking. Breaks Navi's backs. In the dying stages of regulation, as they're gone. 15.
Then there was CSGO's most rock-solid fixture, and FaZe's longest-standing member, Rain.
What a menace here. He's sucked in again. He's taken the first fight, and they're still coming his way. Rain's looking to do more damage.
He has a smoke, but he might just use his weapon. They're ready, but so is he! Rain! That is absolutely ludicrous!
Meanwhile, despite his incredible skills, Ropz just sort of faded into the background of his own team. Sure, he was winning alongside them, and was in fact instrumental to those wins, but there always seemed to be someone around who was louder, more popular, or hitting a major milestone in their career.
You're a major winner!
Yep. Yeah, it's me.
As CSGO neared its final days, everyone was arguing over who the GOAT of the game really was. Now, obviously, people's opinion on the subject varied. Names like Simple, ZywOo, and Device came up over and over. No matter who the community thought deserved the ultimate honor though, Ropz wasn't really in the conversation. Despite the fact that he got his start on a tier 1 team, just like ZywOo, won just as many majors as Simple, and had the skills to go toe-to-toe with a player like Device. But as I've already mentioned, there was a new Counter-Strike coming down the pipe, and people were wildly excited.
Was? Guys, everyone's Counter-Strike, it's happening!
It reacts to lighting, grows to fill spaces naturally.
What? It's too much! I don't know what's happening, dude! What the f just happened?
If there was ever a game that people desperately wanted to love from the outset, it was CS2. Thing is, when Valve finally graced us with their new creation on September 27th, 2023, it kinda sucked.
This game sucks. Either we are all horrible or this game sucks. I don't know.
The tick rate is terrible on this shit, dude.
This game is dog shit.
I calculated that actually the maps that are deleted made up 63% of the entire map pool in CSGO, which means in CS2 now we're only left with 37% of all maps from CSGO, which is really sad.
Bro, it's a trash game. They worked 3 years to release a 200 digital vibrance game full of bugs worse than CSGO. Like, we went 10 years backwards. Like, good job, Valve.
A lot of people were very frustrated with CS2's many bugs, glitches, and just hordes of rampant cheaters.
We need to make sure that when you're a new player, when you're 17 years of age, when you're 12 years of age, when you're 64 or 27, I don't give a damn, when you touch Counter-Strike for the first time, it needs to be a positive experience. We cannot allow people to come in from Valorant, from PUBG, from Call of Duty, from anywhere, and the first experience they have with Counter-Strike 2 is a bunch of fucking idiots cheating their ass off.
And one of the most vocal CS2 critics was Simple.
This game is broken.
Yes, Simple, the man that everyone expected would carry his insane talent over from Go to CS2 and help improve the game for the rest of us, and who instead threw a bit of a tantrum and said he refused to talk to Valve about the game's issues before taking a break from the competitive scene entirely.
You know what I did? I never answered them back. How can you ask me what's the issue if the fucking whole internet, whole Twitter writing about issues?
But you know who was talking to Valve? Ropz.
You know, there's been many different things like movement issues, issues with like maps just not being polished yet. Like there's a lot of clipping issues in different maps right now. Cheating obviously in like Premiere and the matchmaking. There's stuff that, you know, has been kind of, let's say, not so good from CSGO, and then it's carried on to CS2, and I make like clips or videos of that, and then I'm like writing them. Well, this isn't specifically a CS2 issue, it's kind of the same in CSGO, so like, you know, take it with a grain of salt.
That's right. Ropz was actually taking the time to communicate with the devs about the various problems and issues he was encountering in the game. And you know how he knew about those various problems and issues? He grinded hard.
I can re-smoke from A, right? Flashing above your B. I flashed above your B.
Take the height of this and go here. Jump there. Throw a right click flash. You could even sneak here and then have good vision. Obviously everything is so new. I think there's stuff which isn't been still played, or like some new undiscovered metas are still to come. And I mean, I'm just a nerdy kid, you know. I've spent my whole life behind the computer, and you know, when I'm back home I did the same thing. So CS2 is out and I'm just using all the time I have to find stuff.
Now, As obvious as that may sound, there weren't actually that many pros who were that dedicated to finding stuff that early on in CS2, when CSGO was still being competed in, and almost none took it to the level that Ropz did. Even after CS2 fully launched, people were extremely frustrated with it and just didn't really feel motivated to play it. But Ropz was working harder than anyone to become the undisputed GOAT of the new game. He wasn't going to let anyone overlook him again. And with IEM Sydney fast approaching, CS2's first big tournament, FaZe were about to unleash their secret weapon.
Now Ropz has got 4 players on his agenda. Beautiful from Ropz. Give him the ace. Stunning spray from Ropz as he gives FaZe more hope.
I think it's a worthwhile risk to take, especially considering they've been struggling. Okay, only the 1 dig in this round, but Ropz is making it sing early. Oh, that is going to work for him. Another kill from Ropz. Could this round really be possible? Oh, no. Oh. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, Ropz, what are you doing? Ropz in the clutch. He's got half the information. A-core in heaven. Now in hell. Keels, though, perfectly positioned with the meat shot. This shotgun surely denied by Ropz. Ropz takes them to the playoffs.
By the time FaZe made it to the grand finals, they became the first team in CS2 history to win a game without dropping a single round.
And Snappy to keep ends in it, or it's all over from behind. Rain has done it, and FaZe with the perfect finish.
Now, all that was left for them to do was beat Complexity.
Oh, and JT's got the bomb, but he's got the eyes on the prize. Gets the shot. Job done. Ropz, too much on his plate. I say that with a quick click. He makes it a 1v2. Still not planting, not in a hurry. Oh, and it's costing them. Does it really cost them everything? Not like this to start. Halzag, the pressure rises. No armor on him. The flash, the ping. Oh! What a way to get this grand final started! This has to be perfect from Ropz and karrigan. Oh, a 6th is coming. Look at that. That's a lockdown. Spray down. Ropz with 3. Yeah, Ropz, the unknown entity. Will they clear him? Tracks them. Oh, the trigger discipline. 2 clicks, and the pistol is theirs. There's only 2 of them left. And Halzag, he's been the difference maker, but this time it's Rain.
It's done.
It's certainly done.
Talk about an incredible performance from Ropz. We're looking at him as one of the guys who was really diving into Counter-Strike 2 upon its first release.
He himself said the game is not ready for release, but it's what we have. It's what we've got, so what am I supposed to do? Sit here and cry about it, or try to make the most out of it?
And just in case anyone thought Sydney was beginner's luck, it was far from the last time FaZe would claim a victory at a CS2 tournament. The team continued decimating opponent after opponent, winning basically everything there was to win without dropping a single match along the way.
Time. It's going to be a factor here. Pistols are starting to push through. And whilst Ropz finds 1, karrigan gets eliminated. Ropz stands tall. And now he needs to fight forward. Manages to get himself out. And there's no kit. Mir, Ropz, 1 bullet from death. And Mir, he's sticking it. He's trying to do it to Ropz, but round the corner, Ropz finds the headshot.
Fame coming from elevators, spots out Rain, but what can he get done here? Walks into Brokey's crosshair, and that's it.
Not really much to speak of here. No armor, no nades. But they have found a kill towards Brokey as well, and we're not going to force the issue. Ropz.
A vintage FaZe performance, hunting through it. They go down. It's FaZe, the kings of comeback, Henry. They've done it.
That feels great to start off CS2 so dominant. I mean, it's been a long time coming for us. We had a lot of rough patches before CS2, and I'm really happy that we managed to turn it around.
Now, obviously, all of these wins were amazing for FaZe, but for Ropz, it was brilliant because he was right in the center of all the action.
Obviously, Ropz helped me a lot to find some cool grenades and helping me create something, and yeah, so he's cooking, and then he let me finish his cook, so it's pretty good, and I just love to have this guy on my team right now.
But it didn't stop with his team. Ropz's constant deep dives into CS2 were great for the game as a whole. Instead of just whining and complaining about it, like everyone else seemed to be doing, Ropz took the time to study CS2 inside and out and find innovative new ways to play it. He worked with Valve to help this newborn Counter-Strike grow into the game we all want it to be.
Oh!
how's the movement in CS2? The movement is identical to CSGO. Anyone else telling you something different is wrong. The B hopping is the only difference, but that's probably gonna change.
Бля. That.
Heaven. Heaven. 1v1. Nice.
Ropz's grind to the top is proof that the heroes you need aren't always the heroes you expect. That sometimes you really do have to watch out for the quiet ones. That hard work can trump clout.
The amount of work that you've seen been putting in, karrigan said in an interview as well, Ropz is cooking. What have you been cooking, man?
Yeah, just spending time on alone in the maps, finding whatever nades is possible, you know, pushing the theory to the maximum.
Ropz wasn't the GOAT of CSGO. Hell, he wasn't even in the top 5 you'd think of for the title. But his quiet determination and the desire to do well for his team has led him down the path of discovery that will ultimately be a boon for the rest of us. And he's as humble as he's ever been about the entire thing.
Even if I send them feedback, I mention to them, like, this is not gonna be, you know, the perfect fix or perfect solution, or I don't have like the expertise. Well, I guess I do, but I don't think I should have the authority, you know, to say what's wrong or what's right. So I always leave it up to them to decide, and I think that's the right way to go.
Now, for FaZe, the benefit here is pretty obvious. They have the guy who is plugged into the minutest elements of CS2, has an in with Valve, and has zero problem with making the game the center of his universe.
Welcome to FaZe, motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
Cloud9, they really are getting the full FaZe experience, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I'd like for us to just take a moment and appreciate what it is that Ropz is doing for the CS community as a whole. The fans, the pros, and the casuals. I don't think that anyone can deny that he has carried the betterment of CS2 on his shoulders since day one. And sure, you could argue that he's simply doing it to win. But one day, CS2 will be the game worthy of its beloved predecessors, and Ropz will be one of the trailblazers who got it there. Are you having trouble with CS2 in its current form? Are you getting Ferrari swung around fucking corners and eviscerated by P90s? You should try Ropz. Are you a victim of a P90 swing from Top Car? Call now. You could be a member of a class action lawsuit against Valve.